Hello, good morning, welcome. I'm Strangleborn. Today we are talking about The Wandering Inn. The Wandering Inn, first of all, it's a web serial. There was a point in time where the internet did not exist. I grew up in that time, and so did so many people. But children, believe it or not, there was a point in time where satellites did not roam the outers of space, and we didn't have Angry Birds and Facebook, Instagram. Those are all relatively new concepts. When the internet first came out, the World Wide Web was abuzz. One of the things that people did was write stories and post them on blogs, and it was just a genuine and wholesome thing. This is along the same vein. I was never a person that ever got into web serials or stories. I didn't read much whenever I was younger, truthfully. Pirateaba kind of ran with that, and in order to stay kind of quiet and out of the spotlight and really just hone in on the writing, Pirateaba decided to pump out a web serial called The Wandering Inn and hurt people with it. Really, that's really what it was designed to do. It was designed to suck you in, make you feel like it was this cozy, fun little slice of life, endearing story about a woman from Michigan and another woman from California, and just make you feel good and all that stuff. But it's not that. It's designed to hurt you and break your heart and crush your soul a little bit. There are some flaws with this book. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I don't really. I can look past it. I finished the book, so I'm not gonna give it the same treatment as I give Empire of the Vampire, because I know whenever I give it hell, I give Empire of the Vampire hell because I couldn't stand. Yeah, I'm not doing that, but I will call out a few things now. There are some heavy-handed themes in this book. That's like femme rage and just like toxic masculinity and stuff like that. I'm a male, so I don't care about toxic masculinity. It's not really a thing that I deal with, but I guess, maybe I'm a contributor. Maybe I'm the part of the problem. Who knows? Probably not. Who cares? But I think what it is, though, here's the thing. This book is so big. It's like over 1,000 pages. I think that this book is big enough and covers a wide array of topics and themes that I believe everybody that likes fantasy could get into this series. I think so. I like big, deep, chew on, I like good, meaty, hearty, I like my books that are like the junk food aspect, and then I like my books that's like my steak and potatoes. And this has got both. This is both of them in one book. It will hurt you, man. Now, you can read the whole thing online for free. I won't be doing that. I want to support Pirateaba, so I'm going to buy the audiobooks. I'm going to buy the e-reader stuff, and I'll promote the website. But I think you should get the books. The book's good. Again, there's some heavy-handed themes that I was like, not target audience for this guy. But then there were other things that happened that I was totally on board for. The Bloodfields was cool. I love the Bloodfields. There's just a lot of the other supporting characters that I liked a lot. And let me tell you, yesterday when I came home, I finished this book yesterday, and I needed to vent to my wife and talk to her about it. And I told her about what happens at the end of this book, some things that I was upset about, not because of anything Pirateaba, not to the fault. It's just the story. It's part of the story. It happens in the story, and I was hurt. I was really hurt. And I was like, you're telling me that this silver class adventuring party, along with 3 other silver class adventuring parties, can go to a ruin and just... It hurt me. And what really hurt me is I was in the middle of talking with my wife about this, and a sudden realization hit me that there were more people with them that tagged along from the town, and that really that really hurt me. It crushed me, and I left the room, and my wife's like, "Are you okay?" And I was just like, she's like, "Are you crying?" It's like, no. It hurt me, man. It's still, like, I'm still hurt. And that's what I want to know. Pirateaba, look, I'm a nobody, okay? You'll probably never see this. And if you do, this a great job with the book. But I need to know, are you going to handle my heart better in the future? Because if you keep writing people into your stories only to break me in half with them, I don't know how much more I can take, man. The Horns of Hammerod crushed me. It hurt me so bad. I loved them so much. Ooh, that was brutal. Just take better care of me in the future. That's all I ask. I know I haven't really talked about it much. I don't want to give much of it away because I want people to experience it. But It's a huge, epic fantasy series that is still ongoing. It is the biggest fantasy series going to this date, and good luck anybody that wishes to attempt to go after it. It's great, man. This woman wakes up, she discovers that she's in a fantasy world and comes across this abandoned inn and decides she's going to start taking care of it. And so she starts cleaning it up and tidying and making things nice. And then she starts to level up, and she doesn't know what that is or why it's happening. And she's just, it's a lit RPG type of thing. There's not a whole lot of lit RPG elements that it goes super deep into. It's very light. It goes over some. And, it talks about it. Like the story talks about itself. The people in the story are like, what level are you? Overall, it's great. It's a really good story. And I highly recommend it. Give it a shot. I feel like within, you'll know whether you like it or not pretty quickly. I'd say give it maybe a couple hours. It does get better. So if at the couple hour mark you're reading and you're like, nah, man, Aaron Solstice is driving me nuts. Trust me, I know how you feel. She drove me nuts. She drives me crazy. And it's not to say without fault. Look, there are no perfect people. The person you married is not a perfect person. The person you're living with, your children are not perfect. Your mom and dad ain't perfect. They're going to be flawed. Everybody is flawed. And you can't just disregard a book because you're reading about some flawed person, because everybody's flawed. I hope you enjoy the series. I'm enjoying it. I'm going to continue reading it. Have a beautiful day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.